Welcome everyone to the L7C Podcast Wrestling Edition. Today we got a big episode for you guys. We're going to talk a little bit about some All In. Going to talk about Bash of Berlin, just the landscape of the professional wrestling world, some funny stuff, some serious stuff. We got it all going. We got the wrestling expert with us, Mr. Jacob Mason. How you doing today, sir?
Dude, I'm fantastic. I just got home from work. I'm ready to podcast it up.
Man, and we got making his second appearance on a wrestling pod this year already, the Don, one of the anime gurus of the L7C, Nikolai. How you doing, man?
Man, we doing good. We back to talk wrestling. Let's get it.
Oh, and then it's a big wrestling podcast, so you know this guest had to be here. The captain, Byron Mitchell. How are you doing today, sir?
I am fantastic. Recorded college football yesterday, now recording wrestling today. It's a week.
It's level 7. So, guys, we're not gonna. This is gonna be a rapid fire type podcast. There's so much that's happened. Just want to get your thoughts on some of these things. All In happened a couple of weeks ago. Nikki and Byron, you guys pulled up and watched it with me. You guys saw some of the big matches on the card, and I want to start with the elephant in this room right now. There's a lot of new champs crowned, and I got to start off with her because she was the one trending the most. Dr. Brit Baker, DMD, her and Mercedes Moné. They were actually the third to last match on the card. They actually went way after the women's championship, which I know Nikki and I think Byron, you came at this time. We talked about like that TBS title meant more than the big women's heavyweight title.
Fact.
Yeah.
Which I think that's ass backwards.
It definitely is ass backwards. The only reason why they put it third to last because Mercedes Moné was in it.
Man. Jacob, I know you're a big title should go last, but this, I mean, Mercedes and them went when it was starting to get dark over there. May and Tony Storm, they went when it was still light outside.
Yeah, but once again, this is the state of the AEW women's division. We talked about this on the last podcast. Let's be real. I know the AEW women's champion is supposed to be the biggest women's champion in AEW, but it's not. Mercedes Moné is the biggest thing in AEW women's wrestling, and that's just how it is.
You're right. I mean, their promo beforehand, Britt Baker was dropping some bars saying that Moné was part of the 4, she's been part of the 1, like shit like that. But Nikki, once we got to the match and post the match, Britt Baker was one of the most trending things in the United States, and not for good reason. A lot of people said she mailed that shit in.
Oh, bro, that was by far the worst. Because I watched from Mariah May and Tony Storm all the way until the end. That was by far the worst match I watched. Like, that corny shit with her finish where she put the glove on. Homegirl was struggling to get that glove on. That's embarrassing. And she kept going for it. That match was truly weak. I was pissed. I was like, give me the Tony Storm and Mariah May at this part of the fucking card. They had a much better match than what we watched. They both mailed it in.
Yeah, but it was just Britt. They were, Byron, you saw, they were taking her to town on social.
They were taking her to town. There were a couple spots where like Nikki said, the putting on the glove thing. I know that's like her thing to do her finisher, but it just wasn't working in this match. But like I said, Mercedes Moné won with only one finisher, which was also weird.
Wild.
Because it's Britt Baker. She's supposed to be not the face of your women's division, but like she's been in your women's division the longest out of the AEW
She's their Charlotte Flair,
basically. And just ending with one finisher was weird. Like I haven't seen that on a pay-per-view in a long time.
I was trying to find one tweet because Jamie Hayter, Nikki's girl, who came back this past couple weeks, she talked about how she had herniated disc and all of that. And people were tweeting she got all those injuries because she was carrying that bum-ass dentist. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, from the bits and pieces I did see of this match, this gave me very AJ versus Shinsuke vibes at WrestleMania. Because man, our hopes up for this second match. Let's be honest, we really did. This was supposed to be the AEW women's match. It was like possibly all fucking time. It's crazy. This was not fucking good at all in the slightest.
Yeah, Nikki was right. The Mariah May and Timeless Tony story. It's funny too because when Mariah winning the big championship, there came an old tweet from she was getting really killed all over from Brit Baker saying, "There's no way you could get a random clothes model and bring them into AEW and blah blah blah." And people who don't know, Mariah May got her start being that random lady wearing like the WWE shop clothes. That's how she got her start in the business. And now she's the AEW champion. So they're like, man, Britt Baker doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about.
Based on that tweet, she does not. Like, Liv Morgan started in Hooters, and now she's a women's world champion. Not AEW, WWE. Like, if you have the talent and the passion, you can learn it and do good at it.
Jacob, I also think, and we all saw this back in the day, I also don't think this should have been Britt Baker's first match back. Like, if you remember when when Ronda had to fight Amanda Nunes after getting her ass whooped by Holly Holm, that was her first fight back. Should not have happened. This was like Britt Baker's first real big time match back in Wembley. Like, since she's been gone forever, we probably should have eased her in.
Honestly, I'm going to disagree with you there. And the reason I'm going to disagree with you there is because a couple reasons. Number one, yeah, this is her first match back. Yes, there's going to be ring rust.
Mm-hmm.
I realize it's not like I can't imagine she hasn't been practicing in a ring before all this.
I don't know. She got suspended.
Even then, though, like shit. Like, even pre AEW, she was a very big part of the IWC, the International Wrestling Championship, which is like probably like the biggest indie show that's around like the West Virginia, Pittsburgh-ish area, which is where she's from. I know she has no problem being able to get into a ring at any given time that she wants to. And then on top of that, let's look at how many times even with the United States Championship, how many times did Logan Paul wrestle? And then like every time that dude would show up, it was like a fucking 5-star match. I'm not giving any leniency to Britt Baker on this one. I gotta imagine they practiced. I gotta imagine she knew what she was getting herself into. And yeah, I can give a little bit of a leeway, but not to the extent that she wrestled on the show. I just can't. I can't bring myself to it. And like you said, Byron said, she's like the OG of the AEW women's division. She was the number one draft pick. And my God, I'm going to treat you like the number one draft pick. That being said, so is Johnny Manziel, and we've seen how well that worked out.
I don't know, man. It's just some people you got to get a match in. Some you do.
Yeah.
And I would also say that the difference between Logan and Britt Baker is taking a lot more bumps on her body than Logan Paul has.
That too, but she's way more experienced. She should be able to. There really was no excuse for the way this match went down.
Oh, no. It was rough. My problem is, too, with like what Nikki said earlier, with Mariah and them being early and that being the better match, but that being for the women's title, not meaning. At some point, man, you need to quit just pissing around and have Mercedes win this fucking title.
Yeah.
But she has 2 belts already.
Yeah, she already got 2 belts.
Still don't think she should have won that first one.
But the women's title really won't meet its max potential until she wins. And then whoever beats her.
So then my question is she going to have 3 belts? Is she going to be like the pseudo belt collector like
Roman Reigns.
Kenny Omega was?
I was gonna say
was
Roman
gonna
Reigns.
Yeah, she gonna
Roman
walk
Reigns,
out there
Kenny
like
Omega.
Roman.
Yeah, Nikki, no, you gonna like
Two
Roman.
belts and a gold belt to celebrate the 2 belts.
She already got a heater, so I mean, at this point, again, bro, that was still one of the hardest pictures I've ever seen when Roman was in the locker room. They had all 3 of the belts. Like, I guess, man, but it's weird. My also thing too is that ever since All In, she has not been on TV.
Right?
Like, bro, why are you part-time now?
Which one? Mercedes?
No, Brit Baker, ever since she lost, she hasn't been on TV. Mercedes was on TV that following week.
I think she mailed it in for that performance. They said, yeah, we don't need you for, what's their next pay-per-view in 2 weeks?
This Saturday. It's this Saturday.
This Saturday.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, they
yeah,
said,
Tony Khan doesn't know how to
bro,
space out
AEW,
his
wow,
big
they have WrestleMania and
pay-per-views.
SummerSlam back-to-back.
It's so dumb. I hate it so much.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. The other thing I want to talk about, what Chris Jericho said a long time ago about how AEW is going to have, they're never going to have like the old champs, blah, blah, blah. Bryan Danielson defeated Swerve Strickland, made him tap out. I know we're not really fans of that, but Christian Cage won the Casino Gauntlet match for AEW Championship match. So you're telling me now AEW is WWE 2012, where Bryan Danielson's going to be wrestling Christian Cage for the title?
Bro, Chris Jericho was just the FTW champion. For what that's worth, that belt. But regardless, his old ass was a champ again.
They got to swerve it somewhere because ain't nobody trying to see Christian Cage for his Bryan Danielson.
No.
I'll play devil's advocate here. I still love what Christian Cage is doing right now. And I don't like Christian Cage, period. I've never liked Christian. But my God, I love what the fuck he's been doing. This shit's been fine.
I know you don't like him because ever since that day, Tony Khan hyped that fucking signing and said we have a Hall of Famer coming in. We all thought at that point it was CM Punk and it was Christian Cage. Oh, that was the letdown of the year. That was embarrassing. I get what you're saying, Jacob, but still, like, come on, man. We ain't here to see that.
Right.
Because now you basically Vince McMahon WWE having the old people be champs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the dubs.
Well, I mean, go ahead.
I say this every time we talk about AEW. I hate being that guy that's just like shitting on AEW. But like, dude, come on.
I was sad they made Swerve tap. I am not gonna lie, and I really liked that match too. He did not have to tap.
Nope, he should have passed out.
Yep,
should have passed out.
Because Byron's like, "Oh, put the strap back on him, brother." He tapped. He is not winning that shit for maybe 2 years.
I know, and it pisses me off because it was such a fucking excellent match. And Swerve was such an excellent champion. Tony Khan, why? Oh my god, I'm starting to hate Tony Khan. Like,
Nick, what'd you think of Danielson versus Strickland?
It was a great match. I mean, shout out to DB. As soon as they said, career versus title match, it was wraps. They not letting Daniel Bryan go that easy. Going right into the sunset like they did Sting.
Who showed up? Who showed up that day?
He shouldn't have tapped. If anything, with the Hangman Page distraction, why did he not just lose to the knee? Daniel Bryan gave it the knee to him twice. He kicked out both times, and then he submitted him. Like, come on, bro. You ain't have to make him tap after taking, 2 finishers?
You have a great point, because literally after that thing, Swerve and Hangman are back at it again. It would have made more sense. Like, you literally cost me the title.
Like, why did bro tap? Why did Hangman even come out if the knee didn't end it? The knee didn't end it. He tapped back. He kicked out and ate another one.
I don't know, man. That's something. But I will say, someone who did put on a show, our man MJF. We saw Will Ospreay's intro. We were like, oh, they put money in this one. Had the whole Assassin's Creed going. Like, we're like, dude, yeah,
was fucking lit.
Yeah, that was
caught live, and I was like, holy shit, dope.
That was the one. I'm sitting here like, damn, White. I was like, shit, could this been in the main event? This is kind of heat. Like they were going in that one.
They were going in that one. Shout out to Will Ospreay, man. Finally hitting that Tiger Driver 97 in his home country to end MJF. It was an excellent match from start to finish. I don't know what MJF does after this. I think he's going to be in a feud with Daniel Garcia, which is whatever. But Will Ospreay, MJF put a hell of a show. That match and the Bryan Danielson match were probably my two favorite matches that I saw.
What do you think of Jack Perry sending a shot at CM Punk, bringing the broken glass?
Oh, it's hilarious because we got
Jack Perry.
No, what's even funnier is because after he did that, we got "fuck you, CM Punk" chants in London, and it was amazing and funny.
Oh, he said, "Who can?" You know, he calls himself the scapegoat, Nikki.
Man, who gives a fuck? You got your ass beat, and now you got a gimmick out of that. And your gimmick is kicking it with the Young Bucks, bro. I hate those three teams. I hate those three people so much.
I like the Young Bucks though.
Hey, 2-year anniversary of the All Out Brawl from the media scrum. 2-year anniversary today.
Hey, shout out Tony Feared for his life.
Them boys were really. That boy CM Punk's really had that little. He said what he said. He went to the back and hands were thrown.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, Tony never seen anything from CM Punk's UFC career.
Oh my god! I just can't believe it was 2 years since that. A year since he's been fired. Like that was a whirlwind.
Yeah, it was
a lot of good content. Thanks, CM Punk.
That was a time. That really was a time. You brought up the EVPs, Nikki. They were one of the few people who did not change titles at this pay-per-view.
Of course, they put their own names down, so we won this shit. Against their rivals FTR and the Acclaim, which I actually like the Acclaim and FTR.
Yeah, they're the only real team in there. You have the CM Punk haters versus CM Punk supporters, and then just the Acclaim. That boy Dax really started a whole podcast after the first suspension to get Punk back.
As soon as he got it back, he said, "He turned off the podcast."
Over. That's some shit. But the crowd was good.
Funny to me.
Crowd was good, man. I mean, there were some big highlights, and I just don't know how you follow that up literally with All Out this weekend.
Well, we got Swerve versus Hangman, which is probably going to be a good match.
Good.
I think we have Mercedes Moné versus Hikaru Shida.
Mm-hmm. Like, man, why is Brit Baker not wrestling? Like, what are you doing?
Well, to be fair, she didn't really wrestle in the first match either. So,
bro, she needs to come back. She needs to come back and whoop somebody's ass, bro. Come on now.
I mean,
and she really be comparing herself to the. See, let me stop, bro. Dude. Come on.
Like, if they, I'm honestly kind of shocked AEW didn't like come out in the presser and be like, Britt fell beforehand and gave herself a concussion, apparently, or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I would have been on straight damage control if I was Tony Khan, like trying to figure out something to make that one better. But meh.
Yeah, bro, I don't think her heart was in it, man. I just really don't.
Like she always hurt. She doing bullshit. Her boyfriend always hurt. I don't know when the last time I saw his ass.
Last year, I think. This man has been injured for a while now.
Shit, Nikki, it's time to insert her go back in the thing, bro. Fuck Soraya, bro. Time to get Hater back in the picture. Get the title she never lost.
Yes, that's the one. Jamie Hayter is what Britt Baker thinks she fucking is. Jamie Hayter is big time. She is WWE level. I'm tired of this 3-on-3 XFL woman, Britt Baker, talking like she's a big dog. You are not the 4-horsewoman. You are not Jamie Hayter.
My man
you ain't even Chris Statlander. Fuck out of here.
Holy shit.
She be talking all big as shit.
You're in your voice, my guy.
I'm a Jamie Hayter stan. I drink the Haterade. That is my woman. I'm not even going to call her the B word because I respect her too much.
He said he's tired of her being involved in this 3-on-3 XFL AEW shit. Oh, man. I love it. God.
Haters
Damn.
big time. It's time to get her back in the picture.
It
Have her
is.
whoop Soraya's ass. Who cares about her? Tony Khan, that was a new addition that he threw to the side like everybody else. Let's get Jamie Hayter in the picture.
The fucker's on one right now.
Well,
My girl is back, and they disrespected her in her home country by putting her on the pre-show.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
She should have just came back during that Brit Baker and Mercedes Moné match and just fucked over Brit Baker.
That's facts. That actually, yeah. Because she's the one who got injured against. Yeah. You're right. That would have been, wow, Nikki, you're on it today. You're not playing games.
But we gonna put her in a fucking pre-show match, bro. Or not even a pre-show match, just a pre-show. Get out of here, Tony. That is one of your biggest returns. She's been out for like a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And you got her on the pre-show.
What was your previous women's world champ on pre-show? Yeah, that's not a good look, Tony.
He better quit playing around before he lose her like he did Jade. That's what I'll never let him get. I'll never let that one go. Speaking of Jade, they won the tag team championships at Bash of Berlin, which only had 5 matches. I love Bianca.
We have to interrupt this. Ricochet debuted it.
I was gonna bring up this match. I was gonna bring up this Casino Royale random interval bullshit. You could go over, you can go under, you can go in between the ropes. Someone just has to win by pinfall or submission. You don't even eliminate motherfuckers. What are we doing? What is this bullshit Royal Rumble Battle Royale? This match irritated my soul, and Biggs knows it did, watching it live.
He did. He was like, how do you win?
Yeah.
I was like,
and we wasted
honestly,
Ricochet's
I don't know.
Ricochet pulled out, did some shit, and then we didn't see him again for the match.
Yeah, that debut was ass.
Fact.
And then he's already drinking the AEW Kool-Aid because he was going at it with every fan on Twitter.
I saw that. Like, Ricochet, come on, bro. You're
he was
better
feeling
than
some
that.
type of way.
I'm like, Ricochet, why are you going at these people on Twitter? You have Samantha Irving at home. Why do you care what these people say? Like, you are winning. Like, let this shit go, bro.
Bro, you just got here. We just got here. What you defending?
We already know that match with Will Ospreay is coming on TV, and that's just going to be TV fucking gas. Y'all about to reignite y'all shit. Why are you coming at it with people with 26 followers? That's an bro. You drink that AEW Kool-Aid, you start just bitching at everybody.
That really is that AEW shit, because he did not do that in WWE at all.
I don't know. Vince would have fired his ass.
Even after Vince left. In the Triple H era.
Would have figured out a way to fire his ass.
I don't know, but Randy Orton be threatening to beat like these real celebrities' asses on Twitter. And he's dead serious too.
Right.
Brandy got clout though.
He does. That's true.
Completely different levels.
I'm just saying, bro. Like Randy really told MJK, you better quit lying on my name. MJK really tried to stunt, say, yeah, I told Randy Orton to shut the fuck up, and he did. Randy was like, excuse me?
Randy wouldn't have walked out for Logan Paul's entrance at SummerSlam if he said that shit to Randy Orton's face.
Oh my god. Nah, that casino, you're right. I was so confused. I was like, how do you win? And the fact that Ricochet came out, got his little pop-up, did his stuff, I'm like, oh, this is great. But you did all that shit and Christian Cage won.
Yes.
And I like Christian Cage. Shout out to him. Go put him in the feud with whoever the fuck the TNT champion is. If anything. Or just have him be the Wyatt Six versus Chad Gable. No belts, no relevance. They just got a good story and they beef. Let Christian do something like that. Why is he getting a world title shot over all these people? Over your new signing, Ricochet?
I don't know.
Where is Konosuke Takeshita?
We want to talk about some real... Jacob, if we got to the point, bro, like, they kind of disrespected my man Okada. Like, I'm starting to get a little angry. This was the best... Bro, I was telling Nikki and Byron, we were talking about 2015 when Cena was on the U.S. title run, and I was riding fucking high because everybody knows the stand I am. I was like, oh, John Cena's the best wrestler in the world right now. And they were like, you got to watch AJ Styles. I was like, yeah, I know who the fuck that is. And then they're like, hey, you got to watch Okada. I was like, you telling me this Okada guy up with 2015 John Cena? Let me watch the tape. And then I watched the tape. I was like, well, this guy's really fucking sweet. I'm like, where's that guy? He showed, bro, he's the Rainmaker. He should be main eventing shit. He is an afterthought.
Dude. I just want to be his little buddy playing with the EVPs.
It should be him versus Bryan Danielson for the title. That's big money.
Dude, there's so many good matches with Okada. Like, you could literally fire off a new match every week, and it would be like must-watch television at any given time.
I mean, my only question is about Okada. Because I watched the tape. I watched his and Kota Ibushi's tape. Or however
Look
you
at
enunciate
Nikki
his
cultured.
name. I'm hip to the New Japan people. I'm here. But, like, has he had a good match since he's been in AEW? I feel like bro got the money and said, you know what?
Unless you count the
America. I got cheddar. Let me relax.
Yeah, count the Daniel Bryan match that they had.
That match was good.
And Forbidden Door?
Other than that, I feel like it's just waiting around for Kenny Omega to eventually show back up. I feel like that's all it is.
I mean, he is the AEW Continental Champion right now.
Bro, they got 50
all out.
They got 50 fucking
Is that
titles.
the European Championship from back in the day, WWE, basically?
Basically.
I forgot they had that one.
I did too. I actually did too. I need to go on their website and actually look at every championship they got.
Because who's the TNT champion?
Jack Perry.
Jack Perry.
Oh, you're right.
Because he just redid the title, which shout out to Jack Perry because he put him like remaking the title. Like media. I thought that was kind of neat, you know. Cool, whatever. Yeah.
I like the way he did with the belt too. It looks smooth.
I don't know how you're such a hoe when you're with Anna Jay. Like, bro, come on. Like, why are you such a hoe, bro? Go home and live a good life. Stop being such a bitch.
Shout out to Anna Jay going over to Japan and working on
she's
those
ball. She's
Japanese
getting on a
wrestlers.
run. It might be time to put her up and hide some bigger matches.
Yeah.
Because her boyfriend ain't doing. Nah, it's time. It's time to go up. Big titles.
Hey, he has a match against Bryan Danielson at All Out.
Brother, we know that's ending on one kick.
Why?
Because that's why. That's it. Because
Tony Khan, that's why.
That ain't even the main event. I think the main event's gonna be it's Pac and Ospreay.
No, I thought they confirmed that it was Swerve and Hangman.
Oh
yeah,
shit!
Because it's a steel cage lights out match. They always like
to
Bro, they need to you just need to have there must be a winner match. Their feud has gone to the point someone just needs to die.
I mean
someone might.
It is a steel cage match. Theoretically, the way steel cage matches should be done and historically have been done, steel cage should be the end of it. Steel cage is always like the final match in a fucking hell of a rivalry. That's always, I mean, it doesn't always happen. It pisses me off when it's not, but this should be it, theoretically. That being said, it's still shitting main event fucking all in, all out for fucking one we're doing this week.
I feel it. Now, transferring back, because we brought up Jade and them. Jade and Bianca beat Alba Fire and Issa Dawn for the titles, which, again, I actually like all four of these people. Everyone on this pod, if you've listened to this podcast for more than 2 years, you know I'm a big Bianca Belair stan. I've been calling for her rise up for years. And I'll be the first to say, they did not need to win this match.
Sure, I'll be the second one to say it.
It makes no sense because in the following Monday, Dawn and Fire became the number one contenders all over again. And I love Bianca Belair and I like Jade Cargill and Dawn and Fire have been put on that. Dawn, they're up there now, but it made no sense. That's not a match they needed to win.
No, I think, like we were talking on Monday, Martin, I think they're trying to do it so, like, if they lose, one of them, Jade or Bianca, turns on the other one. That's the only reason why I could think they would win and then face Isla and Alba Fire. If that doesn't work, then I don't know why they won.
Jacob, Nikki, anything you want to add on this one?
If Jade or Bianca is going to turn on one another, for the love of God, it better be Jade because she's pulling some real life heel tactics. Did you guys hear about her at FanFest?
I heard about her telling the people at the damn WWE scrums, like, I'm tired of y'all asking me about fucking AEW. I'm here now. I was like, whoa.
Nah, so they had like a fan fest fucking thing. And I guess she showed up late and then was kind of I'll just be real with you. I guess she was kind of a bitch about it from like what all the fans were saying. But then on top of that, like she wouldn't even stay later for all the time that she missed for like the fans that just stood in line and them were like, deuces, see ya. I'm like,
oh no. Oh no.
Yeah. I'm like, that's not cool, man. I mean, we've all been to the fucking cons and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's not cool. Dick move.
I mean,
Yeah, that's the first I'm hearing about that.
Yeah, I'll try and find it and send it to you guys.
They shouldn't have won. Nikki, any thoughts on this one?
No, I mean, I just don't think Triple H gives a fuck about the women's tag team division, to tell you the truth. Because didn't they just win the belt from
Yeah,
Jade and Bianca?
Yeah, they've been switching
Clash
back
at
and
the
forth
Castle?
right now.
Yeah, Clash at the Castle. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, like it's cool. They ain't need the belt, but let's give tag team wrestling in WWE like some respect. Damn it.
Well,
I 100% agree.
me too. Maybe it's time to call back some of those teams that Mr. McMahon fired. Get back teams who actually wanted to be teams, like the Iconics in them. But the Iconics are over there being moms, so I don't know when they're coming back, if they want to come back to wrestling.
All right.
But besides that, the rest was pretty much chalk. I mean, no disrespect to Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens was not about to beat Cody Rhodes. That was the opening match of that. CM Punk beat Drew McIntyre in a strap match. Jacob, with that one, it's not over. So you think it's got to end in a steel cage?
That would make sense, or some sort of big stipulation match. You know, last man standing. You know, and I quit. It has to be something, but that would be a perfect steel cage match rivalry.
Who would have to win? That'd be the rubber match.
Jacob Mason, personally, would want Drew McIntyre to win because fuck CM Punk. That being fucking win. So yeah, I enjoyed Drew winning at SummerSlam because this ain't gonna last long. But you know, hey, shout out to CM Punk kissing his bracelet that was all over Drew McIntyre's dick, I guess. There, I said it.
I mean,
you won, but at what cost did you win it, CM Punk?
Then Terror Twins, they won. I mean, that feud is a long way from being done.
Mm-hmm.
And then Gunter and Randy Orton. I mean, Gunter and Randy Orton's probably how Bryan Danielson and Swerve should have ended. Because Randy he passed out. He didn't tap.
Yeah.
Real.
And out of Gunter's thing, he shook Randy's hand at the end of the match. You don't see that from Gunter.
Mm-mm. As a heel for sure. I beat you. I win. I will leave.
Jacob, your man's it looks like that title's gonna be on him for a bit.
As it should be. As it should be. That is one hell of a man with one hell of a title, and that man's gonna elevate the title. The title is not gonna elevate the man, as it should.
75% of his life in WWE has been as a champion.
That's so real.
I know. Yeah. Man doesn't know what it's like to not have a belt.
Yeah. Went straight from the Intercontinental title and winning the big belt.
It is crazy. With Cody, though, I mean, Solo said he wants next. I don't think that's going to happen right away. Who do you want to see? Who do you want Cody to go against next?
I'm thinking who's on SmackDown.
I think it's too early to do Randy.
It's way too early to do Randy. That's a WrestleMania type.
Too early to do Roman.
Too early to do Roman. That is WrestleMania. That's where they only wrestle at.
I mean, I'd love to say Jacob Fatu, but I still think that's too early. I don't think any of the bloodline really is going to be relevant for a hot minute because they got to do their shit at SummerSlam. I fully believe it. We gonna call in a couple more Samoans, a couple more Rikishi sons that are out there. I've been seeing the clips.
It's the worst, bro, when they really say, y'all, we got another one coming. I'm like, come on.
So, like, I don't think they're gonna be involved. I don't even know who else is on SmackDown at that point that'll challenge for it.
Yeah, I mean,
it should be Montez, damn it, but they don't push.
That's a whole other. I mean,
yeah.
You know who would have been perfect? Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true. Or even Bobby versus Gunther.
Oof.
Bobby versus Gunther would have moved mountains.
Are they ever going to bring back Brock?
B-Boy?
Allegedly.
B-Boy, yeah. But we also have the Vince McMahon documentary coming out, so
bro, let's be honest. If it really tells everything, that thing is going to be the most trending thing all week. If it's one of those puff ass pieces that Netflix can do, it's going to be like, what the fuck?
I think it will be.
You think it's going to be legit?
I think you're going to hear the sides of the story that's not WWE. Of course, WWE is going to act like, it got brought up in that.
It did.
But
Cody said we had nothing involved. We did not have anything involved in it.
Right. Yeah. What a very championship thing to say, or champion thing to say right there. Great lawyer answer.
And I saw they tried to get the paralegal to talk.
They did. I can't think of her name.
They said she wasn't going. They said, she said, I ain't doing this. Okay.
Which, man, I get it, I guess. If it's as tragic as, she said it was, she probably doesn't want to relive those memories.
She got $100,000 raise.
I mean, it doesn't.
I know. I'm just saying.
Fuck Johnny Ace. Fuck that $100K. We fucking my boy James Laurinaitis' uncle.
That's just so wild as shit, man.
Could Cody Rhodes face John Cena?
Jonathan?
Yeah.
I don't think he's coming
back until next year.
Well, I don't know when. That's a guaranteed time he's coming back on New Year's Day, but I don't know what the fuck that man's about to do. I really don't. Everyone's calling their shot at him, saying they want to do this, do that in 2020. I'm like, brother, I don't know what Triple H is cooking there. To be honest, man, he might just have to go fight someone at NXT. Bring someone from NXT up. Oh, Carmelo Hayes is on there, but I don't think he's ready to get that shot yet.
I was gonna say either Carmelo Hayes or Santos Escobar.
Nah, not Santos.
Bro, get Andrade at that point.
Damn, that was
a better version of Santos. Get Andrade in that match.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Andrade. I can see Andrade.
I can see Andrade. Oh my god, it was an all hate Santos Escobar.
Like, he's cool and
for the record, I don't hate that man,
bro. I don't either. I'm just indifferent.
Either, but it's like he's not. You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy. Like he's not at that level. I mean, fucking say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Hey, he got screwed on. He got screwed at whatchamacallit.
Technically he's still part of the TNA
roster,
so I don't think they'll put a championship on him until he's a full-time WWE person.
Do you know how wild that fucking SmackDown crowd would be if Joe Hendry just randomly showed up?
Well, I know.
Bro, does SmackDown not have any guys? Like, what the fuck is this?
I'm looking at this roster.
That's what I'm looking at.
Everybody that I damn near wanted to say, I'm pretty.
Like, I am not watching Grayson Waller and fucking Cody Rhodes.
Right.
We might get Austin Theory versus Cody Rhodes at this point.
Santos.
Like, who is on SmackDown?
You know what?
What is this shit?
Fuck it. Bring out Rey Mysterio.
Okay.
I'm sure him and Cody could put on a banger. Fuck it, why not? Cody not
They
losing
could.
anyway until it's Roman or somebody new that they're about to establish anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
'Cause I'm really
they
looking
have
at this roster. They don't got nobody.
Like, damn.
I mean, Finn's on Raw. Finn would be a good one, but he's on Raw.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's
Mhm.
a lot of people on Raw because they ain't doing shit. Now everyone want to fight Gunter. Y'all ain't gonna beat him either.
Well,
Seth? What brand?
It's Raw.
What about Tommaso Ciampa?
Him or Johnny? I would like to see him or Johnny.
If you turned him heel and made him the nuclear heat missile that he was in NXT, yeah, that'd be banging. But if you made him just I'm just trying to RKO Randy Orton in the background,
Those videos are hilarious, though.
it's good, but it's not like I'm going to slit your fucking throat champion that he was.
True.
No,
I feel like we say that type of thing a lot about a lot of old NXT champions. Tommaso, Shayna, Asuka. Johnny Gargano would be fun. I mean, that'd be a good match, but I mean, we all know Johnny wouldn't win.
True.
You know what? Where the hell is Shinsuke Nakamura? Let's bring him back. Because I just looked at this roster.
He's on
Sheamus on
SmackDown.
Raw. Fucking Bronson Reed on Raw. Like, all these dudes are on Raw. Who is on SmackDown outside of the Bloodline and Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens?
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's really just the Bloodline because they keep bringing new fucking members.
Yeah.
I heard Odyssey Jones is a recently new free agent.
Well, since we're bringing, I don't know how I feel. I don't like getting fired over allegations. I'm not gonna lie. This happened with Enzo, and then he was proven innocent.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think they jumped the gun because they said no arrests were made or no. They said no police reports were filed or something like that.
It's literally the case, except instead of being allegations, it's domestic violence allegations or whatnot. Speaking of domestic violence, well, Nikki Bella is about to be single.
That was so terrible.
Byron, time to shoot your shot, my guy.
She's gonna need some healing. If it's all true, if all this stuff is true, like there's still like so much. It's wild, bro.
All I'm saying, she ain't got a wedding ring on.
Well, I mean, if her husband really did beat her ass, then I don't think she'd want to wear that either.
Ass and called 911.
Yeah, because he was afraid of how bad. Yeah, how bad he beat her ass.
And then called 911 back and said, "Never mind, you don't need to come." What?
She's still breathing. She's still breathing. You good, y'all? You don't.
That is wild. I'm like that Dancing with the Stars, dude.
Yes, sir.
That's what I thought. I was like, wait a minute, I know this name. Isn't he Dancing with the Stars? But I'm pretty sure he's Russian, so like it even out. Dancing with the Stars cancels out the Russian.
All I just said is like, well, besides going to jail for some time, if it all comes true, his life's over because he ain't getting hired again.
No, I think they. What I read again, I don't know how true this is that Dancing with the Stars didn't want him to come back next season, so then he got angry, and then that's what led to.
Bro, what?
That's what I read. Like I said, I don't know how true that is.
And man, that was that girl's dream. Man, she had has a kid with him, bro. That's all she did in him. And for that to happen, man, like it was so random. Like I hope she all right, man. I hope the kid all right. You know, eventually, when she's ready, we'll talk about it on her little Bella podcast.
Oh, it'll be the highest. It'll be the most listened to episode of the entire podcast.
Yep.
Yep.
No, and we'll be here. Speaking of, but I want to go from a serious thing to call out a dumbass.
All right.
And this might be my last thing for this. Hulk fucking Hogan. We all know who he is. He is such an ass clown. It is beyond reasoning. It's beyond reasoning. I don't understand why these people like go for so much clout when they hit Logan Paul's podcast, saying the stupidest of shit. This man, Hulk Hogan, really said, "Man, brother, I'll really have you come help Roman Reigns against the Bloodline so you can be the new face of the company. That makes no fucking sense, you dumbass. What? Like, what? Where does that? No. And then he had the nerve to say, I mean, if fans can forgive Chris Benoit, they can forgive me, right? Who forgave Chris Benoit, you stupid fuck?
Hulk Hogan is a grade 8 dumbass, bro.
I saw that. I was like, yeah, it's time to close the app for the day.
His takes have been horrible for like the last year and a half. Like,
and he said, Chris Benoit did a lot worse than me. People forgive him. Brother, he Xanaxed his 7-year-old and fucking put a pillow back and choked him to death. He broke his wife's spine. Who forgave him?
Nobody.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
And then Paul and them, they're just like, yeah, that's true. No, it's not, you stupid fucks. God, I'm so sick of these clout chasing bitches.
And then he said he signed a 5-year contract with WWE.
No, he didn't. No, the fuck. He
know how true that is, dog.
I'll personally go fight Triple H if he did that shit.
Oh, bro, he is one of the. It's funny. Austin got so much better with age, like when he does all his cool shit, and we're all laughing on it. Hogan has gotten worse. It's bad. He should have just disappeared once he retired after that Shawn Michaels match at SummerSlam in 2005. His perfect legacy would have been intact. No one would have been known he was a racist piece of shit. He should have just disappeared.
Yeah.
He addicted to the limelight, baby. He probably need cheddar.
Well, probably.
He doesn't need no fucking cheddar. He's getting paid from the damn political conventions, doing his Hogan thing. I was like, I can't believe I'm in a world where I'm watching Hulk Hogan at a damn convention.
Was he at a Trump rally?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he was at the Republican. That's why I say he did the thing. I don't really care. I'm just the fact that it's just like, am I really watching Hulk Hogan do all this shit?
At the RNC.
like he's wrestling like Macho Man Randy Savage. See, again, bro, I respect we wouldn't have the wrestling shit without you, but you're a dumb bitch. Point blank, period.
Man, I wish Iron Sheik was still alive so I can read his tweets right now.
Oh my gosh, that was my guy, man. Rest in peace.
Yeah, R.I.P. a legend.
Rest in peace.
Because he would be on Hulk Hogan's ass right now. That's all I got. I'm so sick of his ass. I'm so fucking sick of him.
Hulk Hogan on podcasts is just the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them. Well, after this latest podcast with Hulk Hogan, I would say he's worse, but The Rock is fucking almost just as bad.
Dwayne?
Oh, The Rock?
Oh, brother. That man will tell you that he told Jesus not to go to that Last Supper.
Oh my God.
I mean, like, both those guys did Joe Rogan, and both podcasts were like, the whole time you're just like scratching your fucking head going, what the fuck? What are we talking about? What are we doing?
That boy would really lie to your teeth. To your teeth, to your face. That man said, yeah, I heard the shit to the crowd, so I'm the one who said we need to go. Bro, shut up.
You know you wanted that Roman Reigns match. Shut up.
This when your ass was, you were like, damn, I'm getting ratioed? Me? By the commoners? That's when by
the commoners.
Brother tweeted at 3 a.m. in the morning and still got ratio when everyone woke up.
The most disliked video in wrestling that is crazy. I won't lie. The anger I felt that day, that I don't know if I could feel that ever again in wrestling.
Oh, well, shit. Triple H do some dumbass shit.
Bro, I will never forget that day. Like, yeah, he come in here with this. He superseded Triple H. He brought his own creative person to write his own shit because he didn't want Hunter writing his shit. Bro, come on. Nah, that day will never be duplicated again in wrestling history.
Yeah, that was
boy Cody was legit shoot sad because he's like, I worked my ass off for this spot and I'm losing it. And they thought everything was going to be fucking sweet.
They really did. Shit was sweet.
Yeah, they thought shit was sweet, but I'm glad The Rock realized, like, you know what?
It wasn't The Rock. It was the fans. And then Triple H said, "Oh, you know what? We fucked up."
True. Triple H grew a pair, walked into TKO like, "Hey, cut the shit."
God, that was a time in history. I came on this shit fucking blazing. Oh my god. But yeah. But anyway, fuck Hulk Hogan. That's how I'm ending this shit. Anyone else?
Hulk Hogan.
We can end it on that. I like that. I like it.
Fuck Hulk Hogan.
Well,
anyone else? Fuck Hulk Hogan? Cool.
Well, All Out is this weekend. I don't know what to really expect. I think there'll be some good matches. We'll see how that goes, but we'll be back in a couple weeks talking some wrestling. Thank you, Byron, for coming on. Nikki, thank you for coming on, especially spitting that heat about Jamie Hayter. That was some flames.
Yeah, fucking thank you. That was awesome.
And with that being said, man, just keep watching wrestling. I mean, we'll have these little things, and then it'll pick back up at Survivor Series, especially if we really think it's going to be Bloodline versus Bloodline in the main event. They're going to have to start building that in October.
Yeah, after Bad Blood, because Bad Blood's October 5th.
Yep. And I guess the next podcast was our review of the documentary.
Oh, yeah.
We had the Vince doc. So we got to watch that and review it whenever it drops. Oh, that's going to be a day. With that being said, this is the L7C podcast.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the L7C podcast. Be sure to like, rate, review, and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on all social media platforms, and we'll be talking to you guys soon. Take care.